What is good with the YouTube? It is your boy Sean Rock to the aka Lil Nicky V6, representing Mandatory Thrive HGBM. Because every day it is mandatory for us to thrive, and I'm back again with another video. But before I start this video, I want to ask y'all to head over to Amazon.com. Purchase my first published book, Give Nothing Less Than 300, Mind, Body, and Soul. Great book, great read. It'll make you laugh and make you cry. Link will be in the description. But I had to make a video today because today is the big 5-0. I'm 50 days in, semen retention. Man, I'm excited. Like 50 days, man. I'm at 50 days, man. I did it. This is definitely a milestone in the journey, and I just want to kind of like break down some of the. I was going to write down some of the benefits that I'm seeing, but I said, man, I'm just freestyle it. But what I am going to do is show my log, and put my sticker on there. So right here you see today, Wednesday. I'm actually on 51 days in the way my life is set up, because I'm a third shifter. So definitely on 51 days, but we gonna go for 50. So I got my stickers, man, right here. Boom. Superhero stickers. Batman right here. I like the Joker though. So we gonna put the Joker. Boom. For day 50, man. Day 50. All right. So that's my log right here. Talk about some of the benefits. But matter of fact, before we even talk about the benefits, man, let me talk about this true male qualities list that I've been reading on in this new book. So it has a list of things that men are supposed to be. Number one, and it's opposites too, so we're gonna kind of dissect that too. So number one, powerful. A man is supposed to be powerful, and the opposite of that is abusive or dominating. A man is supposed to have a strong presence, be present, like be there, be engaged. The opposite of that, of course, is absence. A man is supposed to be strong, displaying strength physically, mentally, spiritually, right? The opposite of that would be hardness, right? Coldness, stubbornness. The next one will be clarity, right? Provide clarity when you deal with people and you're in situations and circumstances. You're supposed to clarify, right? And not pass judgment. The opposite of that will be judgment. The next one, creativity. Be creative. The opposite of that is achievement and ambition. Now, there's nothing wrong with ambition or achievement, but it should flow out of creativity and not just be a product of I want to accomplish something, right? Next one is meditative, right? The opposite of that would be reclusiveness. So what that would mean is like reclusiveness is the blocking itself off. It's kind of like isolation versus independence, which is one that's on this list, right? Reclusive, I don't want to be bothered. Meditative is like engaged. The next one is courageous versus machoism or compensation, right? Like short men compensate for their height with muscle. We ain't doing that over here. We just like muscle. Or machoism by pipes, fighting. Be courageous, be bold. Leadership, is the next one versus control, politics, law, order. which is like a form of domination. Like you're basically asserting yourself in a way where you by force versus persuasion. Leadership is a part of persuasion, just persuading people to do something that they want to do for their benefit, something that's going to offer them value. Next one is protector and authority versus being authoritative, which once again is like force. It's about power. It's about, opposing your will on the person, my way or the highway type of attitude versus having authority and protecting people. This is one of my favorites right here. Wildness versus brutality. See, a man is supposed to be wild, he's supposed to be in a jungle, tearing it up. You get what I'm saying? But this can be expressed in brutality, catching bodies, you know what I'm saying? Demolishing chicks, whatever you into, you know what I'm saying? Whacking people, knocking people out. Wildness is expressed in similar ways, but not necessarily controlled, but in a healthy way, right? Being wild, being free, being loose, being liberated. Spontaneous versus performance. That's a good one too. Being free flows out of free and liberation. Being creative, like a intimacy, and with that little thing that you do, you know what I'm saying? You want to be spontaneous with it versus just, you performing, Spontaneous is more like creativity, similar to like, and performance is kind of like achievement, right? Spontaneous more like creativity, performance is more like achievement. I tore it down. I did that. I did that. Wisdom versus arrogance. I like that one too. Being wise, right? Being wise, offering advice, offering perspective out of a place of servitude, versus being arrogant. I want to show you that I know something that you don't know, or I knew what you was about to tell me, so I'm trying to, flex on you. Charismatic versus stubborn, egological, destructive. So you want to be charismatic. You want to, show your grit, show your poise, show your determination, show your motivation, show your swag, right? Versus, being stubborn, egotistical, and different things of that such. Expressive, articulate. I wrote this kind of, I don't even know what that word is. Expressive, articulate, bulliousness. We just gonna skip that one because I don't even know what that one was. But the next one is independence versus isolation. I love this one. This is a good one. This has helped me out a lot on my journey while I'm doing what I'm doing. Isolation is when you are blocking yourself from the world, right? You in your mode, in your zone, and you don't want to be accountable for it. You don't want anybody to be involved with it. Versus independent, this is a big one for Sigma males. I'm a Sigma male. I'm not no alpha male. No cap. No. I'm a Sigma, which is an introverted alpha male to a certain degree. This is a big one for guys like us. Independence is just going your own way. Like, I may not be dealing with folks or dealing with, the guys or this situations or females or whatever the case may be, because I'm creating independence. Like, even this happens sometimes in the gym with me. Like, there'll be times where people be like, yo, let's do X, Y, and Z, you know, now, especially now that I'm becoming more consistent at this new gym, which is like a real gym, you know, and they like, yo, let's do all of this and do all of that. And like, I'm like, nah, because y'all doing a lot of talking. Y'all doing too much extra talking and playing and having a good nose. So I like to go. So I got to be independent. I'm not isolating myself from the situation, but I like to be independent because I feel like I'm accomplishing a little bit more rocking out that way. But there's a time where independence have to be, you know, a form of segregation, a form of intimacy, a form of connection, right? And the last one is heartfelt, loving, and compassionate versus being selfish and egotistical. So these is a bunch of traits, you know, masculine traits, and I'm, you know, don't got all these together. I'm working on them, you know, every day, trying to get better at them and get better at displaying them. But let's talk about some of the benefits that I'm seeing. So the typical benefits that I see, I'm still seeing those. Better eye contact and self-control in very high stress or tough situations that will usually crack a man or crack me. I can't speak for every man, but will crack me. I've noticed that I've been able to withstand a lot longer, even on the internal parts, right? Because some, you know, a lot of situations you can act like things are straight, like outwardly, but inside, like, you know, you going through a lot. Like I've noticed that internally and what I'm displaying visually to the people, I feel like that's much stronger. I've noticed definitely still more energy with training, but it's shifted from like just physical energy to more mental energy. And what I mean is like a lot of the training that I've been doing as of late hasn't been like my typical basic calisthenic rep work, which I'm very, very familiar with. I've been doing a lot of mixed martial arts training that physically is not really that demanding per se, but mentally is very exhausting, at least to me, because you're working on technique and you're working on basic skills and you're doing it over and over and over again. Or if somebody's telling you to throw a certain type of combination, or something like that, it takes a lot of mental, it's exhausting. And I've noticed that like in my training mentally, I've been able to withstand more. Still got the same, you know, laser focused in on my goals and aspirations. I've noticed that. It was the main one that I've noticed. I can't remember how I was gonna break it down. Kind of slipped my brain. What have I noticed? Oh, that's what it is. Oh, how could I word it? It's like a mellowed, grounded, relaxed kind of vibe of like I'm not gonna say not caring, but just being at a calm about life as a whole. I don't know what that's called, but I noticed that I started to feel that a lot around like day 42. Just like a real, like, mellowed out of my emotions, mellowed out of, because sometimes I would get so excited and so turned about certain things, I almost can't even focus. You get what I'm saying? The flip side of that, I would get so worried, overwhelmed with certain things, I can't focus. But I've noticed like just a settledness, like I wouldn't say peace because I feel like I've been at peace, but it's just like a relaxed, like, I don't care. Not I don't care, but like I don't. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Let me just do what I do. Type of philosophy. What are the benefits that I've been seeing? It's definitely easier when you get higher in the days. If you do choose to be sexually active, it's definitely easier to be sexually active and still retain when you get on higher days. And you also have more, you last longer, it seemed like, just naturally, like without you trying to resist releasing. When you're on higher days, it's just a lot easier. Whenever I release or break a streak or relapse, that first initial 30 days, like let's say if I'm attempting to be sexually active, like the desire to release is so strong. It's almost like you playing with fire. But I feel like your testosterone, something just happens, and then when you get past certain days, you really begin to be able to have like extreme self-control doing, intimacy, if you so choose to do that. I definitely noticed that difference. I mean, spiritually, it's pretty similar to like day 30. I haven't had like a big peak though. That's one thing I will say. Like being from day 40 on up, I haven't noticed like a super surge. Like I get surges for sure at certain days. Like day 30, I always get like a super surge at everything. Day 7 and like day 3. And sometimes at 2 weeks. Those times I've had. So I haven't noticed like a big jump, you know what I'm saying, of energy or vibes or anything like that. But nevertheless, man, that's what I got. Dream big, work hard, live great, don't stop. It's your boy Sean Rock. Till I'm signing off. Peace.